The void roared, not with sound, but with a pressure that crushed Kalen's very being. The booming voice, an echo from the dawn of existence, repeated its claim, "You are mine." Panic, cold and absolute, seized Kalen. This was no mere predator, this was a god? Or something that predated gods. The crystalline lattice, with its cold, calculating hunger, now seemed like a child's toy compared to this primordial maw. He fought. His alien energy, born from the assimilation of his world's echo, surged. He channeled the corrupted memories, the phantom pain of his lost home, into a desperate shield. But the void itself seemed to resist him, the very space around him contorting, bending. A tendril, not of crystal, but of pure, abyssal shadow, snaked out from the celestial eye he had glimpsed before. It moved with impossible speed, a living darkness that sought to engulf him whole. Kalen remembered the shard he had created. A fragment of his essence, a tiny beacon of his will. He reached for it, not with his hands, but with his mind, his very soul. "No," he screamed, the sound swallowed by the vastness. "I am Kalen. I will not be claimed." The shard pulsed in response, a miniature sun against the encroaching night. It flared with a power Kalen hadn't known it possessed, an echo of his own desperate will amplified. The shadow tendril recoiled, hissing like a cosmic serpent. The ancient voice boomed again, laced with something akin to surprise, or perhaps, amusement? A spark of defiance? Interesting. The lattice underestimated you, little shepherd. But defiance is merely a prelude to absorption. Suddenly, the void began to ripple, not from the entity's power, but from Kalen's amplified shard. It was creating its own tear, a tiny, unstable rift in the fabric of this terrifying reality. It wasn't an escape, it was a desperate gamble, a desperate lunge into another unknown. He saw visions then, flashes of worlds that defied comprehension. Cities built on starlight, oceans of molten thought, beings that were more concept than form. All of them seemed to recoil from the presence of his captor, a primal fear rippling through the cosmic tapestry. "You cannot flee," the voice rumbled, a promise of eternal pursuit. "This is merely the first step of your transformation." The shard's light intensified, tearing open a new passage, a swirling vortex of raw, unformed potential. Kalen felt himself being pulled, not by the shadow tendril, but by the very vortex his shard had created. He was no longer just Kalen. He was a nexus, a conduit between the lattice, the ancient entity, and the fractured pathways of existence. His corrupted memories and alien energy were now the fuel for this chaotic, unpredictable journey. As he was ripped through the nascent portal, he heard a final, chilling whisper from the ancient entity, a promise that echoed through the void. "When you return, shepherd, you will be remade. And the universe will know true despair." The vortex slammed shut behind him, leaving the ancient entity alone in the fractured void, a predatory stillness settling over the cosmic expanse. Kalen was gone, but the chase had just begun. And the stakes had never been higher. Where had he gone? And what would he become?